Ata Bandial, who retired as Pakistan's 28th Chief Justice after a 20-month tenure, is seen as one of the most polarizing top judges in the country's history. His time in office began during a political crisis as joint opposition sought to oust a minority government. Bandial's first major challenge was declaring the Deputy Speaker's decision to dissolve Parliament as unconstitutional, leading to the restoration of the National Assembly and setting the stage for the removal of Prime Minister Imran Khan.
The opposition at that time, the PDM, or the parties that comprise the PDM, were preparing to file a no-confidence motion against the then Prime Minister, Mr. Imran Khan. And this no-confidence motion, given our history and given a tendency of the judicialization of mega politics in Pakistan, this no-confidence motion was also likely to end up in the Supreme Court and thus thrust the court in the midst of the political storm.
His tenure was marked by a flood of contentious petitions, making him a divisive figure.
In the 63A case, for example, we saw that the Supreme Court, while supposedly fighting against what they termed a cancer-afflicting body politic, the Supreme Court perhaps moved beyond the express language of the Constitution. And not only did the Supreme Court move beyond the express language of the Constitution, the Supreme Court in fact flagrantly ran roughshod over the express language of the Constitution and the express intention of the Parliament. So there were also questions of judicial overreach and judicial overstep with such decisions. After that, there were also concerns that perhaps Chief Justice Bandial was favouring a particular political party and its leader, and in doing so was perhaps also affecting the court's image as a neutral arbiter of the law.
Critics accused him of favouring Imran Khan's party, leading to demands for his resignation and even attempts to curb the Chief Justice's powers through legislation. Umar Ata Bandial's actions further divided the Supreme Court as he formed benches that aligned with him and marginalized dissenting judges while avoiding full benches for important political cases.
I think Umar Ata Bandial as a Chief Justice could not achieve the milestone as a Chief Justice who was supposed to achieve. He couldn't do much about the pendency that he inherited or that continues till date. He couldn't bring the consensus among his own judges. He couldn't dispel the impression that there was a division in the benches. He could not develop the consensus in the bench to resolve all the legal disputes. But in any case, he gave important legal decisions during his tenure as a Chief Justice. He gave decisions that were welcome, that those decisions had brought an end to the so-called doctrine of necessity.